Going to look a little bit more at working with fascia with a bit of direction, with a bit of movement, but still probably going to be very slow. And initially, I'm just going to think about, again, I'm going to work with the calves and then the hamstrings in two different ways. So initially, sinking in, making connection. So I'm on the kind of Achilles tendon to start with, sinking in till I feel I've gone through the skin and reached kind of like the first level of resistance, and then kind of hook into that. So a slight, not even a movement forward yet, but just a sense of that's where we're going. So showing that to the body, just communicating we're going to go this way. That's more about my body than movement. And then I'm just going to see if we can go smoothly without any glute. Yeah, we seem to be off. So just following the curves of the calf. Sometimes so I'm just being led more to the lateral edge, so I'm just going to follow that around. And then up toward the back of the knee. I'm just going to go a bit more gently over the back of the knee, but up just over the knee, and then I'm just going to stop there and come back and do a similar sweep. Going to aim to go a bit more central this time. So again, connecting in, starting to travel, and I'll just see what happens to my hand with the pillow, if it's an obstruction or if it's all right. Just travelling a bit more centrally. So again, it's not deep, deliberately moving, following the shape of the gastrocnemius. Again, a little bit lighter over the knee, but coming in above it and just dropping into the bottom of the hamstrings, just to have that sense of continuity. For the inside of the leg, I might just need to use my other forearm. So I'm just going to come in this way so I can get a connection there. And then, again, making the connection, travelling. And depending on the size of the person in relation to me, 3 sweeps is often just right. Sometimes I just do it in one, depending how much time. Anyway, just coming above, lovely. So that would be a very straightforward direction away. Another thing to do, which can be really nice and can bring an added interaction from the client, is to do a very similar thing, but to invite your client to move the muscle while they're receiving the stroke. So for this one, Emma, if you, in your own time and moving just as much or as little as you want to, if you can kind of point your toe and then flex your toe back up towards your knee and point your toe and flex your toe. So just moving through that range of motion while I travel up. I think I want to swap arms. I'm going to go for one central sweep. And as I go, if you just want to move your foot, lovely. And as we go, we might find places we want to stop or not. So I'm just going to be kind of adapting the movement to suit what I feel. So this is a way of really allowing the client to engage with the process and the connections between the fascia, the muscles, the movement, the brain, the intention. So it's linking a lot of things together. Lovely. How did that feel for you, Emma?
Not really good. It felt like more effective
than before. Yeah. Should we have another go? So you know what to expect now a bit more, and I've had a feel for the leg, so I should be able to go more smoothly as well. So yeah, just moving your own pace and your own range of movement. A little bit sticky there. Nice. Great. I'm just a little bit curious to know what it might be like with a little bit of wax. So if it's all right with you, we'll do one more, because I'm curious. Sometimes the wax is really helpful for allowing a real nice feeling of that connection. So let's just see what that's like. Again, I'm going to go with the forearm because I like that. It's easiest for me. So sinking in, dropping. I'm going to travel. You're going to move your leg. So it totally changes the perception for me because I've got something that's like that sort of extra layer now that I've got to factor into what I'm feeling. But it is, yeah, it feels like, to me as well, I'm in a bit deeper. So a little bit less skin and a little bit more fascia. That feeling of kind of going through onto Velcro and then travelling somehow through a bit of Velcro rather than sliding over a piece of silk. Right.
My movement's getting looser and easier.
Yeah, really, isn't it? Great. So that, again, might be nice to do a couple more times. For the sake of the video, I think we'll stop there, but might be nice to do a couple more if this was a longer session. Great. So let's stop that one there, but we'll just carry on rolling and we'll do a bit of hammies with a little pause.
Your foot did look like it was moving more smoothly than you said it did.
Oh.
It was. Just for the sake of interest.
Good.
I really wanted to do like 5.
Oh, should we do another one like that then?
Could try.
Yeah. So, back by public demand. Yeah, so a good point for Emma, just feeling that she wanted to move her ankle in different directions, not just in that flex extend plane of movement. So while I travel the same way, Emma's going to just explore left and right, round and round, up and down, whatever feels good. And what I love about this is that the client, obviously they're on the inside, they can feel much more of what's going on than I ever can from the outside. And they get to really fine tune what they experience and noticing for themselves what movement makes what feel, and all those connections, and being able to have that control and get that internal experience, I think, is what makes this work really powerful. It's not me doing anything particularly clever, it's Emma being able to make those connections for herself and to feel things she's perhaps not felt before. So filling in the gaps in her mental picture of her body and her understanding of her body. Lovely. How are you doing, Emma?
Yeah, good. I really like doing that movement.
Which one's that? Oh, so you're kind of really pointing your toe and then a bit side to side once you're there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everting the foot.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, and the difference between the toes flexed and the foot extended and the toes extended and the foot flexed and all those little subtleties. Lovely. So we're just coming toward the top of the stroke. Again, I'm just going to carry it on up over the knee, but I'm just going to go a little bit more gently over the very back of the knee. But I just want to sink in to the hamstrings just to make that connection, lower leg to upper leg. That's all I'm really looking for there. Lovely. You might just want to move your foot without me even being there and just have a feel of how that is.
It feels a lot looser.
Yeah?
It was really punchy when I started.
It's like this stuff works, isn't it? Lovely.